Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us here this evening. I'm Jordan Smith. We do hope you're keeping warm tonight and staying off the roads, or at least safe on them in the snowy weather. Right away, we're going to send things over to meteorologist Matt Gray. You've been tracking these wintry conditions and the slushy roads out there. It's going to create some problems tomorrow.
Yes, because those slushy roads, since we got above freezing today, are likely going to freeze up in some areas again. And we all know the types of problems that can cause. What is going to help, at least for the time being, is that we finally are seeing a break in the snow around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Still a little bit of light showers from Rathdrum down to the state line area on the Idaho side, and then another little band of showers that's moving in towards Deep Creek and Medical Lake here as we look at the local Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Let's zoom out though, and we'll show you some other areas of snow. A little bit of snow just north of Sandpoint and in the Colville area right now, and then you got this big band of snow between Pullman and Spokane that folks on 95 and 195 will have to deal with. So from St. Mary's to Tico to Rosalia, that's stretching all the way out to Sprague Lake is where we have this band of moderate to, at times, is going to be heavy snowfall. And let's take a little zoom out and show you what's going to happen over the next couple of hours. Everything moving basically very much west to east. And so if it's snowing where you are right now, it's going to continue to snow for a little while as, well, basically we keep seeing the snow come over the same spots over and over and over again. And we're likely to see more situations like this as we head through the night and into tomorrow. A little bit of an all or nothing situation in many areas. Plus, our road temperatures were above freezing earlier. Now they're down to about 29, 30 degrees. So that slush, slowly but surely getting compacted. It's going to turn into ice. Those side roads that have not been treated today are going to be a little slippery. So coming right out of the driveway, something to be mindful of and be careful. We'll have another round of snow also happening during the morning commute. We'll track the timeline for your President's Day coming up.
Okay, Matt, thank you for that. And we have been monitoring those slick and slushy conditions out on the roads today. Our crews have been reporting live updates all day. Hunter Bertram does join us live from behind the camera in Liberty Lake with a look at I-90. And Hunter, we'll send things out to you. What have you seen out there today? What are the conditions looking like?
Yeah, hey, Jordan, just to give you perspective where I'm standing, I am just near that North Harvard exit. Excuse my camera for defocusing right there. Here in Liberty Lake, and you can see the road conditions, if I can focus up in a second, excuse me. The road conditions are pretty fair. Traffic's been normal. However, I did just get word not a few miles west of here on I-90 heading east towards Coeur d'Alene, there was a little bit of a fender bender, blocking some traffic. So if you are heading on I-90, be cautious of that. Slow down if you see first responders. Now, I did just see a memo from the city of Spokane on their snowplow efforts. They did say they are making a good effort on main arterials such as Division Street and hills like the Monroe Street Hill, both to the Garland District and also up to the South Hill. So it's important, you know, really story of the day. Road conditions might seem fine going to bed tonight, but really tomorrow take extra caution, be safe, and really focus on how you're driving and stay really cautious. But for now, back to you, Jordan.
All right, Hunter. Yeah, those roads looking good on I-90 there. Thank you for that. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department responded to a fire early Sunday morning at a Goodwill near 4th and Harrison. When crews arrived, they found a third alarm fire and quickly did knock down the flames. No visible damage was caused to the outside of the building, and the store expects to reopen tomorrow. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And a Moscow fire engine slid through an intersection early this morning on its way to a residential fire on Conestoga Street. At 5:31 this morning, the fire department arrived to heavy smoke coming from the back of the house. Firefighters found the fire in the basement near the furnace room. 2 adults and 1 child were able to get out of the home safely, but 2 cats died in the fire. A cat and a dog were rescued, and the dog was taken to the WSU Vet Hospital for treatment. The cause of that fire also under investigation. Mark Peterson and the Extreme Team have announced their next big project, and it's going to help some of the smallest and most vulnerable babies in Spokane. Maddie's Place is a warm recovery nursery for babies born addicted to drugs and their parents. Kirsten O'Connor is there, where one mom and her 4-month-old twins are getting healthy together.
Here at Maddie's place, we are inside the nursery where Riot and her twin sister are staying with their mom, Kayla. She agreed to do an interview with us to share her journey to getting here to Maddie's place.
I mean, we all have different stories, you know, of how we got here, but...
This is 34-year-old Kayla Mee. She found out she was 13 weeks pregnant with twins while living in a homeless camp known as the Jungle in Olympia.
The doctors scared me when I was at the start unit. They were like, you know, if you go through withdrawals, you could lose the babies.
Kayla got on methadone and started a 26-day program. She left 4 days before completing it.
I was like, you know, doing whatever I had to do. I was either trying to get methadone on the streets or going to the clinic, or I was using fentanyl.
In October, 2 months before her due date, the twins' father was set on fire inside the homeless camp.
He died a couple days after they were born.
Alone with her newborns, still struggling with addiction, Kayla was turned away from rehabilitation centers on the west side.
They were like, we're not taking twins.
A room opened at a 6-month addiction treatment program for women and children in Spokane. It wasn't until her premature babies were hospitalized with a cold that Kayla heard about Maddie's place.
They help you out with rehab, but it's more for the baby.
Since October of 2022, Maddie's Place has helped 117 babies. Nearly 60% of parents who stay in their private rooms and nurseries were homeless. Now 89% of parents like Kayla are off the streets.
Standing on one foot, holding a baby.
Rubbing your tummy and patting your head.
Right, that's what I thought of.
Kayla is juggling her own substance use treatment while bonding and caring for the needs of her newborns. At Maddie's Place, she has built-in support from nurses and social workers.
I feel like this place is going to be having a waiting list soon.
And Kayla's not far off. On the day of our interview, Maddie's Place was accepting a 15th baby, and right now their capacity is 16. Look at this number, 340%. That's the rate of neonatal abstinence syndrome in Spokane County in 2022 when Maddie's Place opened, compared to what we saw nationally the year before. And Maddie's Place says this doesn't account for the current fentanyl crisis, something Kayla saw firsthand in the Jungle.
You got Daddy's eyes. They look so much like him.
When Kayla's not with her twins, she likes to cook and clean the kitchen.
For Kayla, the kitchen is her place. You will constantly find her in here.
Kitchen's like the heart of the home, you know. If it's not clean, then, you know, the whole house falls apart. That's how I feel anyway.
This kitchen, once filled with commercial appliances, is about to get an extreme upgrade.
2 new dishwashers.
Mark Peterson and the Extreme team will be taking over and transforming the heart of this home.
Are you excited to see what he comes up with?
Yeah.
You think he'll be able to do it in 3 days?
3 days?
It's a recipe and reveal only the Extreme team can whip up.
Well, I mean, anything's possible.
Kirsten O'Connor.
You girls are proof, huh?
4 News Now.
Mark Peterson and the Extreme team are headed to Maddie's Place tomorrow to get started on the kitchen renovation. Tune in tomorrow for an update and another story from Kirsten about a family that recently graduated from Maddie's Place and is about to get the keys to their first apartment. Coming up next on 4 News Now, a group of people in North Idaho are trying to make it easier for others to venture out into the snow and bringing a new meaning to the term snow angels. Their mission coming up after the break. And we'll take you high above the beautiful views of a raging Spokane River. There's no shortage of wet weather this winter. Catch the sight at the Avista Dam in Post Falls in this week's Air 4 Adventure.
Looks like a fun one there. We've got more wintry weather on the way for tomorrow. Winter storm warnings still in place for the central Idaho panhandle, where we could see quite a bit more snow before it is all said and done. We will talk about those snow totals and what else you could expect this week coming up.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Sunday Night Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate. Ask about our current rebate offers for each window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
Molly leaving was one thing, but then I thought Mom's osteoporosis might keep us stuck on the couch. No way.
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and are at high risk for fracture, you can do more than just slow bone loss. You can build new bone in 12 months with Evenity. Evenity is proven to significantly reduce spine fracture risk.
She said the Evenity she's taking builds new bone. Builds new bone!
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a heart problem. Tell your doctor if you have had a heart attack or stroke. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it, as serious events have occurred with Evenity. Signs include rash, hives, swelling of the face or throat, which may cause difficulty in swallowing or breathing, muscle spasms or cramps, numbness, or tingling. Tell your doctor about severe jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity. Report hip, groin, or thigh pain. Unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred with Evenity.
Building bone? We dig it.
Want stronger bones? Ask your doctor about Evenity.
The Wild is calling, and Wendell Ford has the answer.
Get behind the wheel of the new F-150 Wild Edition. Built for power and ready for any adventure. Starting at $399 per month.
Or take on the outdoors with the Bronco Sport Wild Edition. Built tough, rugged, and perfect for your next getaway. Only $299 per month.
Or go electric with the F-150 Lightning with 0% for 72 months. Plus almost $15,000 in incentives and discounts.
Your next adventure starts at Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Drive for generations.
It's time to keep those New Year's resolutions going at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
This year, join the gym that can help you reach your goals at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this?
4 News Now is brought to you by Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry.
With all of that snow out there, a lot of us will be digging out our shovels and getting to work. A lot of us already have, but not everyone in our community can do that. And it does leave some folks stuck inside. And when they do venture out, they have to deal with those covered sidewalks and driveways, which can be pretty risky. But thanks to some people across North Idaho, our vulnerable neighbors are not being forgotten. They call themselves the North Idaho Snow Angels. And as it sounds, they go around giving blessings, as they put it, plowing, shoveling, scraping driveways and sidewalks for those who ask for help in their Facebook group, which has more than 3,000 members.
You know, once you do one of these, it's kind of addicting. You do the first one, you want to do the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. It just spreads so much joy through the community to set these people free.
Keith Bowe and Ryan Skaggs started this group right after the COVID-19 pandemic. And their mission isn't to seek out recognition for their work, rather, but as Keith Bowe said, to set people free.
It's awesome. I mean, sometimes half the time I clear a house, I don't even knock on their door and let them know that I'm coming. And there's regulars that we get too that, you know, we just naturally stop by. It's like checking on family.
And they tell us that the group has members across most of North Idaho now, helping hundreds who need an extra hand, which is an awesome way to give back. I know it's
amazing.
Just, yeah, and especially with snow like we saw today, where it gets just so heavy. I mean, that is just a really remarkable way to just help a neighbor out a little bit.
Yeah, I've been out of breath a couple of times with the when that snow gets super wet and sticky and it gets very, very heavy. And I tell you what, you know, being on the Snow Angel crew, that's a good workout as well. We all know how that goes. We'll certainly be getting our workouts in with all this fresh snow as we're getting our day started tomorrow. Or maybe you're going to be out there tonight trying to get a head start on things while we have a break in this weather. Still a little bit of snow hanging around the Coeur d'Alene area, but at least for the moment in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, we're just seeing cloudy skies. Not going to be that way all night. Certainly not going to be that way for tomorrow. You can see some of these bands of snow from Sprague Lake across northern Whitman County into the St. Mary's area. Some snow showers as well north of Sandpoint and Colville tonight, and around Moscow as well as we head, well, into our evening. Let's fast forward very quickly here, and you can see most of the snow action is going to be right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and then south across the Palouse in the morning hours. In the LC Valley, we've warmed up enough to where, for the most part, it's going to be rain. You may see a little mix in there, but I would not count too much on that. So an I-90 and southward focus here for the snow tomorrow. As we get into the kind of lunchtime hour and beyond, we'll start to see things around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene begin to ease off here a little bit. And really, it's going to be kind of the higher elevations in North Idaho that will continue on into the evening as that bulk of the moisture begins to move out of the inland northwest. So what does this all add up to? Well, you can definitely tell that there's going to be some places to get a lot more than others tonight and tomorrow, and that includes Pullman, where we are going to see at least 2 inches. St. Mary's, Kellogg in that group as well. We're going to be in that 2 inches, little under 2 inches, perhaps a little over places like Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint. Spokane, 2 inches or less. And we'll see some of these other areas you can see on your screen. Much of central Washington going to kind of stay out of the snow party. We'll see just a dusting remaining on what we've had already. Spokane, I think we're going to be in that inch and change range. Pullman in the 2 to 4 inch range. And then you notice what happens here, right in the heart of that winter storm warning. St. Mary's, Kellogg, the mountain passes there as well. An opportunity for us to see much more, perhaps 4+ more inches of snow on top of what we have already by the time it is all said and done on Monday evening. So even though things are not going to be as tricky as they were at times today in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, certainly there are some places in the inland northwest that are going to have kind of a tough go of it here on your President's Day. A break in the snow on Tuesday, but another storm is coming in and another round of snow will be arriving on Wednesday. This is going to be wet, slushy snow because our temperatures are going to be even a little bit warmer than what we have seen this weekend. So Wednesday, that's our next day to look at. Here's your first forecast, our initial look at what we think the snow amounts are going to be. In general, we're talking about not a lot in the central part of Washington state, an inch or 2 for most areas, some parts of North Idaho. We've expanded the range a little bit, could get up into that close to 3-inch territory, and it's going to be rain for the LC Valley. Speaking of rain, we got rain in the forecast for pretty much everybody as those snow levels continue to rise. Our 3 weeks of winter is going to come to an end here by Friday. And we'll be up into the 40s and seeing just barely a chance of a mix very early in the mornings here. So lots of melting snow, lots of big puddles coming up next weekend, Jordan.
Yeah, tell you what, there's been no shortage of wet weather in this 3-week winter. That means you can get some pretty beautiful views of a raging Spokane River. So if you're looking for a little adventure, one of the best places to see it is at the Avista Dam over in Post Falls. And that's exactly where we're headed in this week's Air 4 Adventure.
Post Falls Dam has been serving Avista customers since 1906. Over there, the low flow at the lowest flow time of the year could be even at the dam 200 or 300 cubic feet per second. But what we've seen come out of Coeur d'Alene Lake is as high as 48,000 cubic feet per second. So the dam's powerhouse has a capacity of 5,000 cubic feet per second. The dam generates on average, about 10 megawatts of energy a year. This is clean, renewable energy. But it's also important as a community asset because it does help keep Coeur d'Alene Lake at that summer level and provides all the opportunities associated with the lake. We created new trails, a new visitor overlook, ADA access, new parking lot, again, to add more benefits to people to use that, to have access and enjoy that whole environment all around Post Falls Dam.
Beautiful sights from up above there. Well, game day for the Gonzaga women's basketball team was filled with emotions, and it had nothing to do with their opponent. Coming up in sports, how the program made the game special for head coach Lisa Fortier after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Don't miss the President's Day sale at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. Take advantage of 20% off everyday low prices in-store and online. Inventory changes daily. Come in today. Visit consignfurniturenow.com for details.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
This is what joint pain looks like when you keep moving with Aleve. Just one Aleve. 12 hours of uninterrupted joint pain relief. Aleve. Strength to last 12 hours.
The future's uncertain, but you're more likely to get a high-paying gig if you're armed with college or career training after high school. WA Grant makes that education affordable or even free. See if you qualify at wogrant.org.
Hey, Donnie, can you give me one reason to call the advocates?
Sorry, Ken, I can't.
I can. I mean, who fights like we do? You can't give me one reason?
Nope.
How about that we take on big insurance bullies? We're not afraid of any case. We're passionate and smart. Really? You can't come up with one reason?
I can't come up with one, Ken. Because there are 500 million.
All the money we've recovered for our clients. Injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice, relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. At the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Did you know using the Grocery Outlet app gives you the opportunity to win groceries for life? Imagine never paying for groceries again.
Well, what if I can't decide? Avocados or tomatoes?
Why choose? At Grocery Outlet, you can afford both. And not just the basics. With Grocery Outlet, you'll find all your favorite brands included, including gluten-free pasta and my favorite cookies. Everything's included.
So burgers and steaks for life?
You've got to win first.
Still worth it.
Now that's bargain bliss.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Don't miss the President's Day sale at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. Take advantage of 20% off everyday low prices in-store and online. Inventory changes daily. Come in today. Visit consignfurniturenow.com for details.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Every game against a conference opponent is important, but having McCarthy Athletic Center decked out in pink held a larger meaning for the Gonzaga women's basketball team. It was about a different type of win. Head coach Lisa Fortier beat breast cancer, and this game day left her overwhelmed with emotion and support.
It's humbling when people who you don't know all that well care about you and pray for you and take time out of their day to think about you or to do a video for you or to even just sign that I am thing and put your name on there. And so I know that the people who come here love us, they love our team, but it's not like they're my inner circle, you know what I mean? So it just feels like it feels very overwhelming to think that people in the world are thinking about us all the time and praying about us and just what kind of where your place is.
Coach Fortier also provided free shirts for breast cancer survivors that read, "Cancer Can't Stop Me." And her team surprised her by wearing warm-up shirts dedicated to her battle. It was an overall empowering day for all the people that have been affected by cancer, and the Zags topped off an important afternoon with a big win against LMU. It was their 13th straight win and a clean sweep of the Lions this season. Well, sticking with the Zags, the men's team decided it was time for a record-breaking night. The Zags won by 52, their largest conference win all season. They broke a single-game assist record. 33 assists as a team, beat a program record set over 45 years ago. Ryan Nemhard added his name into another history book as one of only 51 players in D1 basketball history to dish out 800 career assists. In last night's game, the Zags had the lead for all 40 minutes. They never trailed the Waves, and Caleb Battle was their leading scorer with 24 points. Nearing the end of regular season play, the Zags are needing some more strong finishes like that one last night. Their next time out, a huge game against Washington State. It's a sold-out crowd in Beasley Coliseum, which is going to be an electric environment. That one is Wednesday at 6 o'clock. The Cougs, though, not going into that one with much momentum. They lost to St. Mary's last night. The Gales are at the top of the West Coast Conference and have only lost 4 games this season, so it wasn't too much of a surprise. And the Cougs actually held their own at halftime, only down 4 points. WSU couldn't survive a St. Mary's run in the second half with the final score 77-56. The Cougars dropped to a 16-11 overall record, spiraling down from a 13-3 record just a month ago. A rough patch for the Cougs, but they did have a special visitor. Former Coug Jalen Wells made a quick pit stop to support the Cougs in Moraga last night. He's in the Bay Area for All-Star Week, was recognized as a rising star in his rookie season with the Memphis Grizzlies, really making a name for himself in the NBA and always supporting the Cougs along the way. Great to see there. That's going to wrap us up for sports. We're going to send it to break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen.
This month, find presidential savings on a new Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali 4-wheel drive. Up to $13,500 off or 0% APR. And ask about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Buy more, save more during the fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 fantastic days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. With the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. And check out doorbusters while they last. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and no down payment. But don't wait. The fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
So what are you learning in Moscow?
Well, the class focuses on nuclear energy, neutrons, electrons, managing underbrush to limit wildfires, muons, positrons, especially alpha particles and isotopes.
Well, I'm studying factors affecting healthcare provider recruitment in rural areas. Meaning?
Idaho forests stay healthy.
Veterans get better healthcare.
Limitless energy.
Well, sounds like we're in good hands.
Ready to enjoy some February fun? The Kootenai Casino has a getaway just for you. Book your room now and cozy up for just $59 per night midweek and $89 on the weekend. And enjoy 2 free breakfast vouchers. Win big during our Mardi Gras Masquerade giveaway. And celebrate Valentine's Day and President's Day with extra bonus play. Stay and win at the Inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
When winter season hits, Emergency supports your immune system with so much more than vitamin C. Be ready to fight back with Emergency. And for on-the-go immune support, try Emergency Crystals. No water needed.
This month, find presidential savings on a new Yukon and Yukon XL. Up to $9,500 off or 6.2% APR. And ask about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Well, if you're lucky enough that you don't have to get up and head off to work on President's Day, hey, a good morning to kind of take it easy while the snow continues around our region. We've got another round coming in on Wednesday, Thursday, but if you are tired of the snow and the cold, next weekend looks like it's going to be more your speed, even though it's likely we're going to be tracking some rain out there. Hey, if you got a bunch of snow in your neighborhood, we want to see it. Share your snow photos with us. You just open your KXLY weather app. You click share your photos, you can share right from the camera roll of your phone. So, hey, we'll show stuff that we get here at 11. So.
That's right. Simple as that, yes.
Get the tape measures.
Get the tape. Yeah, that's right. Give us the totals. All right, we'll see you tonight.